Alright guys, welcome back. So off camera I did a whole bunch of work. First of all, I took on a bunch of contracts and I raised up my funds quite a bit, and then I went through and added on to the stations. So the reason why I did it off camera is, of course, it's stuff you guys have seen already. I've gone to orbit a bunch of times with you. I've docked a bunch of times with you. You guys are really here to see the cool missions like us getting to Eve or Duna, or dropping a surface station down on Minmus. So I'm just going to keep those in the series from now on and stop boring you guys with all the minor stuff. But here is the new HKO. I added a big old fuel tank here, and I filled it up with fuel, so we are good to go. Fuel for the most part, anyway. And yeah, and then I brought one of our KTVs up here, brought two more Kerbals up. So this station's ready to receive Kerbals and bring them home, and this station's ready to receive the OTV and refuel it. So there's the original OTV that we had docked here. I haven't done anything with those yet, although there is another docking node ready to go here. I did modify the KTV so that it'll accept the smaller docking ports. So we're going to dock our KTVs here, and we're going to keep our OTVs out here, and I'll probably keep two of them. I'll at least have an opportunity so I can dock two of them. That way we don't always have to have one or the other in transit in reverse directions. Okay, so yeah, that's what I did there. Now let's go out to the KEO. I did a lot of work on too. So basically I added in two arms that allow us to dock to it on the sides here, and then another big fuel tank, very similar to the one on the HKO, except I put some solar panels on here and added another big fuel tank here, because this is the one that's going to be primarily refueling our interplanetary vessels. So the interplanetary vessel is going to dock here, and we're going to build it here, or maybe it'll just dock here. I don't know. Either way, I did the calculations. It takes about 500 to 600 meters per second to get to Duna from this station, and it's going to take about 1,000 meters per second to get to Eve from this station, which is pretty darn good. So that requires a smaller vehicle, and I'll probably end up setting up another docking station around Eve and Duna, someplace where we can refuel, and that way we don't have to have as big a vehicle just to get to those places. We can have the bigger vehicles already there, already ready to go, and probably with some resource mining, assuming we can get enough money to unlock the next science tiers. So yeah guys, that's what I did off camera, and today we're going to go into actually building a sort of a satellite slash the start of our docking station or refueling station around Eve. The reason I'm going to Eve instead of Duna is two reasons. One, we're actually kind of in position to hit Eve here. Much better position than say getting to Duna, which is behind us. So I'm going to try to take opportunity for the least amount of time warp that I can and try to get to Eve, and then eventually as we come around we'll get back into position for Duna, and I'll launch the same probably vessel there just to get us set up on a very high Kerbin. Probably do a Duna edge and Eve edge, just like the Kerbin edge station. Okay guys, so I'm going to get into building that, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright guys, so we missed our window for Eve. We missed it by about a month, unfortunately. Eve was a little too far ahead, so by the time we got out to orbit, I wasn't able to get it. They were too far ahead of me, ahead of Kerbin. So we really screwed up there, but that's okay. We got this guy up in orbit. He's going to stay there. Our maneuver node for encounter is in almost 3 years in the game. So we're going to push on and start trying to put the same thing around Duna. And there is enough Delta V on here, I think, to be able to get us out to Drez also. Maybe Moho. Although Moho will be quite... Moho will be quite a bit of Delta V, and Drez will too. So we'll see. I'll experiment with it when I go to Duna. Right now I have this maneuver node set up, and I don't want to screw it up, so I'm going to leave it right there. Yeah, so we're going to launch another one on Duna and get it on track at least, and then we'll go and we'll start thinking about our interplanetary travel, and we'll set that up while these satellites / docking stations are in transit. So we're going to go on and we're going to start working on getting that other docking node up to Duna now. Alright guys, so that's it. We have a Duna periapsis, or Duna encounter, and an Eve encounter going. I believe the Eve encounter is going to be after the Duna encounter. Let's see here in the tracking station, it'll tell us how much time is remaining to each one. It looks like Duna station's on schedule for 362 days, and Eve station's on schedule for 2 years and 79 days. So we are going to get to Duna first, and but we have plenty of time to get some rockets up and get some things constructed in that meantime. So that's what we're going to go to next in the next episode. We're going to start thinking about our interstellar travel and building that vessel that will get us to Duna and dock with this station, and yeah, and then we'll start thinking about how to land from those stations and get down to Duna and get down to Ike and Gilly. Eve, I don't know if we'll land and come back for a while, because it's a pretty hard planet to take off from after landing. So guys, thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.